Oh, we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's session. It's our live lesson today, all about being busy, running around like a headless chicken. I hope you're going to enjoy it. We're going to be looking at lots of different vocabulary, idioms, listening activities to help you talk confidently about the topic of being busy. That's what's in store. Let's begin with a little bit of this.
Get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms. Go get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms.
Great. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you here. Who's in the house? Julia is here, all the way from Myanmar. Nice to see you here, Julia, as always. Let me just pull this over a little bit. Zeneb Zezeng Kaglian, you've just become a member on the YouTube channel, English Speaking Success. Thank you so much. I hope you look forward or enjoy the extra private videos you've got there. Hi, Daniela. Good to see you here. Yachen is here from Vietnam. We've got from Japan as well. Great. Micho also. Nice to see you here. Therese over from France. Lovely to see you. Saudi Arabia, 11 a.m. You're an hour ahead of us then, I can see. We've got from Arnab from Bangladesh. Got some more people from Vietnam. Syed from Pakistan. Lovely to see you here. Sir, Just Enjoy from Georgia. Myanmar as well. Enjoy from Myanmar. Lots of people from Myanmar. Lovely to see you here. Yuri, lovely to see you from the Ukraine. Welcome, everybody. So nice to see so many people here today. We're going to be talking about being busy, something I guess I like. I like to keep busy. It's a topic, it's an interesting topic. It's also kind of, I guess, a recent IELTS speaking topic that has come up. So for those of you preparing IELTS, this might be useful. But this lesson, right, the live lesson, in effect, is based on the gold live lessons. Now, if you know, you probably know I have a website, right? Do you know that? I'm sure most of you do, right? So the Key Speaking Academy is the website that I have. I am also up there on Facebook and Instagram as well. Now, oh, by the way, before I forget, those of you on YouTube, if you do like this, please do subscribe and join us, right? Now, the website, Key Speaking Academy, I can just show you over here. It has all information about IELTS. If you're interested in finding out more about IELTS, the format of the test, lots of free resources. There's free lessons you can get. The PDF of today's lesson will be up here later. This was last month's lesson, and you can download lots of other lessons here as well. There are online courses if you're interested to study more with me. The Gold course is the main course that I have. It is a bundle. It's actually 3 courses in one. You get the exam strategy, the self-study, and the interactive as well. Now, the Gold course inside has lots of live lessons and recorded live lessons. I think we've got, how many have we got? About 70 or something like that, I think. I'm going to see if I can show you up here. I think I can. There are now about 70 different recordings of live lessons. So today's lesson, right, is actually taken from one of those live lessons. It's adapted a little bit, but it's based on the speaking success system, which is basically the whole system I base my courses on. The speaking success system is basically discover the language, practice the language, and review the language. Now, we will discover the language in this lesson. Then you can go and download the PDF on the website and practice and review it all later, right? So that's the idea of today's lesson. For those of you who are new here, first time maybe, welcome, obviously. And well, welcome, but also I'm going to explain what we're going to do because the lesson will last about an hour and a half. An hour and a half, more or less. And we'll be doing different activities. You can chat, and I'll bring some of your comments into the chat here. And then, I can correct some of your comments. You can practice a little bit there. But I'll go through the activities we're going to do. Let me explain today's lesson, exactly what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to go backwards. Being busy is the topic. What we'll do at the start is we'll discover by listening. We'll do a listening activity where you'll discover some new language and also practice your listening skills. After that, we'll discover some of the vocabulary that you have heard in the listening. I like to use listening more than reading because I think listening helps you speaking. When you listen, you're picking up vocabulary, pronunciation, intonation, and it helps with your speaking. So we'll be looking at vocabulary from there. We'll be doing some guess the idioms. I've got some pictures to show you and you can guess what the idioms are. And after that, we'll do a model answer. It's a part 2 question. You can see it up here. And I will be going through. There was this one time. No. Not now, but we'll be doing that later. And we'll finish up on a game of Kahoot. Kahoot is a game where we just review all the language that we have studied through 4 questions. It's just a fun way of doing it. Okay, hope that makes sense. I can see lots of people from the Gold course here. Hello, Anthony. Lovely to see you. Gudrun. Sorry, no time. I'm busy. Perfect. Abia, you're fasting. Right, for the Eid, right, I guess. Ellie, hello. Nice to see you here. Atefer, good to see you as well. Great. Elvira, good morning. Very nice to see you here. We've got Anna from Taiwan. Brilliant. Frederic from Paris. I am doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, and it's good to see you. Maria Josefa, buenos dias. Nice to see you. Yona from Hungary as well. All across the world. That is so good. Maria, thank you for that. You give me a congratulations. Very, very nice. Our great mentor. And you are our great student, sir. Lovely to see you here. Okay. Brilliant. Good. Wow. There's so many messages. I can't see everybody. May Rush, nice to see you. Well, Sarah, snowed under. Lots of tasks. Don't worry. Good that you're here. Better late than never. Brilliant. Okay. Now then, SQL from China. Brilliant. Good. Let's begin at the beginning. It's a good place. Let's do a little warm up. Let's find out how busy you guys are, right? Are you busy? Let's find out. Which of the following is true for you? And you can just write the number in the chat, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which is true for you? Number 1 is I rush to work. Imagine rush is like run very quickly. I go quickly to work. I rush my lunch, meaning you eat lunch quickly. I rush my work, meaning you do your work quickly. And I am in a rush all day, meaning you're non-stop running, rushing, busy all the time. Just write in the chat the number which is true for you. For example, Kamal says, I'll bring you down a little bit, Kamal, thank you. He says number 4. So for him or her, I'm in a rush all day. Let's have a look what we've got. And as you're doing that, let's put in a little bit of a music. Julia says 1. In a rush all day. Oh, Beak as well. Oh dear. You guys need to get up earlier. If you're rushing to work, get up earlier. Renit, pleased to hear that. Very pleased to hear that. Now, Renit, let me just help you a little bit here, because neither, right, is when there are 2 options. But if there are 4 options, you would say none of these are true for me. Well, none of these is true for me. Okay, great. Janice the whole day. Donata the whole day. Oh, wow. Some of you are busy the whole day. Wow. So you rush your studies. Atefa, excuse me. Right, interesting. Shaun Moya also in a rush all day. Jane, good for you. Take your time. Relax. Rush hour going to work. You rush to work in the rush hour. Very good point. Okay. Now I'm free truly because Eid is coming. Good. Excellent. Beginning on Saturday, right? I think. 1, 3 and 4. Okay, excellent. So it looks to me like a lot of you guys are rushing around or running. Very, very busy. Okay, let's begin. We're going to begin with our first activity. And if you remember, our first activity that we're going to look at is this one. Not Mickey Mouse, but discover by listening. So we're going to do a listening activity and we'll listen several times and then we'll discover some language. Listening the first time, helicopter. There was a big fire over the city this morning. Lots of traffic jams when I ran my daughter to school. I hope everything's okay. So, listening, discover by listening. Let's get in there. We're going to listen to chapter 1 of The Story. You're like, the story? What do you mean, the story? I mean, a story. And there are 2 questions for you, right? What is Sam's job? And what will happen if she doesn't slow down? Now, you can guess, right? Sam is busy at work. Sam is a woman, it's a female, Samantha. So what is Sam's job and what will happen if she doesn't slow down? Just write write your answer in the chat, okay? Let's listen all the way through the first time. If you're ready, just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready to listen. Prashant says, I'm in a rush for learning speaking. Very good. Okay, got you. Let's do it. Let's listen. Here we go. A Busy Life. Part 1, A Mysterious Letter. In a small, lively town, there was a journalist named Sam. She loved her job because it was very busy and exciting. She loved the adrenaline rush of always chasing a new story. She was agile and good at her job. One day, Sam got a mysterious letter without a name on it. It talked about a big secret in the town, a possible cover-up. Sam wanted to find out more because it could be the biggest story of her career. She started to work on this new story and soon found herself with a very hectic schedule. She had to talk to many people and look at lots of information. Because of this, Sam was rushed off her feet. She had to do her regular work and also follow the clues from the letter. Her days were hectic and she felt swamped with work. Sam was doing too much and feeling overloaded. It was all starting to take its toll. If she didn't slow down, she'd end up in hospital. To be continued. Tan tan tan. To be continued. Right. Okay. So, what is Sam's job? What will happen if she doesn't slow down? Okay. Right in the chat. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Some of you are in there already. Very, very good. Amir says journalist. Sevara says journalist. Zara. journalist. Oslem also says journalist. Ratchet says reporter. She's a journalist. Okay. And what will happen if she doesn't slow down? End up in hospital. She have to go to hospital. Harry, good to see you here again. Overloaded and end up in hospital. She end up in hospital. Right, okay, great, good. You're there. So, what is Sam's job? She is a journalist. Look at that. Autocomplete. Great. What will happen if she doesn't slow down? A lot of you said she end up, right? Just be careful. What will happen? She will end up in hospital, right? She will end up in hospital. Exactly. So she needs to be careful. This is what a warning to all of us. If you're running around busy all day, busy as a bee, just be careful. Don't end up in hospital. Now, that listening just helps us get a general understanding of the story of Sam. We're going to find out what happens to Sam later. Right now, let's listen again and let's look at some vocabulary. I'd like you to listen and fill in the gaps below. So you can just write in the chat, number 1 and the word, number 2 and the word, okay? And by the way, it's just one word only. So number 1, she loved the adrenaline blank of always chasing a new story. She soon found herself with a very blank schedule. Number 3, Sam was blank off her feet. 4, she had to follow the blank from the letter. 5, it was starting to take its blank. Blankety blank. Okay, excellent. Thank you for all your answers. You're all spot on. Spot on means perfect, right? You're all spot on. Yeah, even Therese has got not only the right grammar, but 2 possible answers. She will end up in hospital. She will burn out. Exactly. Therese, so good. So listen again, okay, and fill in the gaps. Are you ready? Ready. Excellent. Here we go again. Number 2. A Busy Life. Part 1, A Mysterious Letter. In a small, lively town, there was a journalist named Sam. She loved her job because it was very busy and exciting. She loved the adrenaline rush of always chasing a new story. She was agile and good at her job. One day, Sam got a mysterious letter without a name on it. It talked about a big secret in the town, a possible cover-up. Sam wanted to find out more because it could be the biggest story of her career. She started to work on this new story and soon found herself with a very hectic schedule. She had to talk to many people and look at lots of information. Because of this, Sam was rushed off her feet. She had to do her regular work and also follow the clues from the letter. Her days were hectic and she felt swamped with work. Sam was doing too much and feeling overloaded. It was all starting to take its toll. If she didn't slow down, she'd end up in hospital. To be continued. Okay. Yeah, notice in the text I said if she didn't slow down, she would end up in hospital. But the same meaning, right? Now, vocabulary, she loved the adrenaline. Let's have a look at what you guys have got. Number 1, I'll find somebody with the right answer. Tetiana has the right answer. She loved the adrenaline rush of always chasing a new story. Adrenaline, you probably know, but adrenaline is a hormone. When you're excited, adrenaline goes through your body. It's a hormone. and it rushes through your body. It's like vroom, and you get super excited. So an adrenaline rush is kind of a feeling of excitement. So you can get an adrenaline rush when you do a speech, when you play music live, when you see a friend you haven't seen for a long time, when you're waiting to go to a concert. All of these is, and you get an adrenaline rush, okay? Number 2, she soon found herself with a very blank schedule. Let's have a look what we've got for number 2. Who got the right one? I've got Napoleon. Sorry, it looks like Napoleon. Kwang Kan Le. Hectic. Yeah, she soon found herself with a very hectic schedule. Hectic just means very busy, right? Very busy. We'll look at the vocabulary in more detail in a moment, okay? But it means very busy. Well done. Great. Number 3, Sam was blank off her feet. Let's see who's got number 3. Renit has number 3, correct. Rushed. Sam was rushed off her feet. It just means she was rushed, right? She was busy. The idea of rushed off your feet is when so much is happening, all the activity just takes you, and you have to rush. It sweeps you away. It's just very, very busy, right? You're rushed. People are making you busy. People are making you go quickly. So Sam was rushed off her feet. Well done, Renit. Dishuka, well done. Nice. Number 4, she had to follow the blank. She had to follow the what? Has anyone got number 4? Let's have a look. We've got Elvira's got clue. We've got rules. And has anyone actually got exactly the right one? Maria, well done. Number 4, clues. She had to follow the clues. A clue, well, the clue, how do you explain clue, Keith? How do I explain clue? A clue is like when there's a crime, the police are looking to solve the crime. They're looking for clues. It's something that gives them an idea of the crime or the criminal. Something like a hint. A clue is like a hint or a small piece of information that helps you solve the problem. There you go. Clue. A small piece of information that helps you solve the problem. The clues, looking for clues. That's what policemen do. Well, it's what detectives do, right? Looking for clues. Isn't there a song, Looking for Clues? I'm sure there's a 1980s song called Looking for Clues. Anyway, she had to follow the clues from the letter. So she got this letter, right, from somebody, we don't know who, and there are clues that can help her solve the not the crime, but the problem. Well done, Maria. Number 5, it was starting to take its, Janice has got it, toll, right? Toll. To take its toll. It's an expression, right? To take its toll means to have a negative effect. To have a negative effect. Again, I'll explain this a bit later, but to have a negative effect. If, for example, you are rushing to work, you're rushing your lunch, you're rushing all day, it will take its toll. That lifestyle will take its toll. It will have a negative effect. You will end up in hospital. So to take its toll means have a negative effect, right? Drinking alcohol will take its toll. Smoking will take its toll. Working too much will take its toll, right? Not my toll, no, its toll. That's it. That's just the expression, okay? It's starting to take its toll. Oops. Okay. Good. Now then, number 3. We're going to listen again. Let me bring this down. Oh, we're going to listen again and read. This time, the idea here is just to help you connect to the sound to the letters or the sound to the words. So the final time, let's have a listen. Here we've got the full script. There's Sam, Samantha. Let's have a listen to this part 1 of the story. The story is called A Busy Life. Part 1 is the mysterious letter. Let's have a listen one more time as you read, okay? Here we go. A Busy Life. Part 1, A Mysterious Letter. In a small, lively town, there was a journalist named Sam. She loved her job because it was very busy and exciting. She loved the adrenaline rush of always chasing a new story. She was agile and good at her job. One day, Sam got a mysterious letter without a name on it. It talked about a big secret in the town, a possible cover-up. Sam wanted to find out more because it could be the biggest story of her career. She started to work on this new story and soon found herself with a very hectic schedule. She had to talk to many people and look at lots of information. Because of this, Sam was rushed off her feet. She had to do her regular work and also follow the clues from the letter. Her days were hectic and she felt swamped with work. Sam was doing too much and feeling overloaded. It was all starting to take its toll. If she didn't slow down, she'd end up in hospital. To be continued. Muted. Right, good. Okay. To be continued. So there we've got it. We've gone through here the mysterious letter with Sam. Lives in a small town. So journalist, we said at the start. She loved her job because it was busy. So being busy was good for Sam. She loved the adrenaline rush that we've said, right? The adrenaline rush is that feeling of excitement, of chasing a new story. If you're a journalist, you'll know the feeling, right? So one day Sam got a mysterious letter about a big secret in the town, a possible cover-up. A cover-up is hiding something bad that you have done, right? So sometimes politicians do something bad, but then they don't tell you, they cover up, they kind of hide the truth. So we can have the verb to cover up the truth, or the noun a cover-up. And a cover-up is hiding the truth, something bad that you've done, right? A possible cover-up. So Sam wanted to find out more. It could be the biggest story of her career. She started to work the new story, found herself with a very hectic schedule. So we said hectic means very busy, very busy. Similarly, she was rushed off her feet. Again, it means very busy. I am busy. I am rushed off my feet. So notice it changes. I am rushed off my feet. You are rushed off your feet. She is rushed off her feet, plural. He is rushed off his feet, meaning he's busy. She's busy. I'm busy. We're all busy. We are rushed off our feet. Hey, you guys are good. Very good. She had to follow the clues from the letter. Her days were hectic. She felt swamped with work. Again, it just means busy, very busy, too much work. She was feeling overloaded. too much work, starting to take its toll, meaning to have a serious and bad effect. Okay. Good. What means mysterious? Thank you for the answer. Mysterious means something strange, unknown, or hard to understand. Excellent. Good. Any other questions that came up? No, we're good. Okay, excellent. Good. So that's it. We've looked at there quite a lot of vocabulary. So we've been discovering basically this idea in the speaking success system, discover language, right? So we've been discovering by listening. I want to go into a bit more detail, looking at the vocabulary there and connected vocabulary to help you widen your vocabulary, but also start using it. And you can use it in the chat as we go through. You can make up examples in the chat. Okay. So let's have a look together. Okay. Time for a jingle. Harmonies. Okay, let's do it. Speaking vocabulary. Let's have a look at it in a bit more detail. So, hectic. Can you say that with me? Hectic. The hectic. The stress is on the first thingamajig. Thingamajig? Syllable. Hectic. Hectic. It's a strange sound, right? In English, we often have this k and t together. Hectic. Kt, kt, kt. Hectic. 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 I'm hectic. Sometimes. Very busy. Now, we don't normally say I'm hectic, actually. We normally say things are hectic, right? So typically, we would say work is hectic. My day is hectic, right? So rather than I am, we say it is, right? For example, things are hectic at work. So you can say work is hectic. My day is hectic. My life is hectic. So normally we say something is hectic, right? Work is hectic. My day is hectic. My life is hectic. We can say to have a hectic schedule, okay? Because it's an adjective, right? So it can go before the noun, a hectic schedule, a hectic day, a hectic job, a hectic life. So more examples here. Things are hectic at work this week. 2 people are off sick. That's why. I have such a hectic schedule, I can hardly find time for lunch. Okay, so there are two more examples. Let's have a look at you guys. Jane says, my brains. How many brains have you got, Jane? I know you're clever, but I didn't know you were that clever. My brain tends to... Oh, I know why. You've switched the S. My brain tends to turn off when my schedule is hectic. Very, very good. Yes. Zara, the project is hectic. Exactly. Tien Van, a hectic life. Exactly. Hectic lifestyle. That's even better. Yeah, I like that. Sarah says we're under the pressure of a hectic life these days. Yes. Landau, yes, let me help you a bit here. I have a hectic job. So just remember, work is uncountable, right? So if work is uncountable, you can't say a work. You can say a job. I have a hectic job. Or I have a lot of hectic work. Uncountable, right? Both of those are okay. Thanks, Landau. That's great. That's really useful to help everybody see the difference. My paper is hectic. Are you talking about a PhD? Right? That absolutely. Hectic mind, yes. We rarely used engaged. Yeah, engaged doesn't mean hectic, really. Engaged means that you're interested in something. Or you're going to get married, right? But not busy, right? Busy, hectic, swamped are better, yeah, altogether. Good question, Ibrahim. Very good question. One of my hectic jobs is to do rostering. Good. The journey is very hectic. It can be, yes, yes. Hectic chores, good. Just notice though, Sabir, Ahmed, if it's hectic chores is plural, right? Chores. So you won't say a chores. So you can say either I have a hectic chore, which is a bit strange, because would a chore be hectic? I would say I have a lot of hectic chores. That makes sense, right? You're busy because you have a lot of hectic chores. Right. Sandrine has a hectic life. Good. It's not good, actually. Be careful. But it's good English. That's what I mean. I'm in a hectic moment of life. Yes, Daniela. Good English, good example. Yes. Miho says, single mothers tend to be hectic at work, nursing and manage the family. Yes. That's good, actually. That works. That's good. Yes. Excellent. Good. Finally, Chijoki had a hectic assignment yesterday. Okay. Nice. Works as well. Good examples. Let's move on. Number 2, overloaded. Overloaded. So over means too much, right? Too much. Loaded is something on top of you. So having overloaded is carrying too big a load. What I mean is having too much work, having too much pressure. That's really what it means. Overloaded. And you would stress low, overloaded. It's an adjective. So we say, I am overloaded, to be overloaded with. Notice the preposition. I'm overloaded with work. I'm overloaded with assignments. I need some help, for example. Okay. Typically overloaded with work. We don't use it with other things. Overloaded with work, overloaded with tasks, overloaded with projects, maybe. Overloaded with assignments. Yes. Okay. Overloaded. Overloaded. Get that feel. Get the stress in the word, right? It's not overloaded. 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 Whenever you stress a syllable, you make it longer, louder, and higher pitch. Overloaded. Overloaded. That's how you stress in English, right? Word stress. Okay, excellent, good. Min says, my husband is always overloaded with work. Similar to swamped with, yes, exactly, yes. Good. We can talk about information overload, which is overload, yeah, which is similar. All the staff are overloaded with work. Nice, Elvira. That's very true in hospitals, very true in schools. You can say the system is overloaded. Yep. This is interesting. Overloaded information is making us confused. You're almost there, but normally we would say that a person is overloaded, right? In fact, here, I would say what somebody else just said. I think what makes a better use of the word here is to say information overload. That's a really common collocation, information overload. So Nora, in this example, that's what I would say for you, yes. Same here. I'm dealing with overloaded tasks. It's not the tasks that are overloaded. It's you that is overloaded. So you wouldn't say I'm dealing with overloaded tasks. What you would say is I'm overloaded with tasks. Yeah. If you want to say dealing with, you would say I'm dealing with too many tasks. Right? That's what you would say. But overloaded with is I'm overloaded with tasks. Sarah is overloaded with the IELTS exam. Okay, good. Yes. You can say the truck is overloaded. Literally, literally, that there are too many things on the truck. It's overloaded. Just notice, Rasibor, it's overloaded as the adjective, right? Overloaded. Excellent. Nice. Nessa, I'm overloaded with my thesis project. Lovely. I mean, I feel sorry for you. I know how hard that is, but great English. Yes. Nazia, I'm really overloaded. For or with? Yeah, not for. Not for. You're overloaded with something. If you want to say because of, then I'm overloaded because of tomorrow's seminar. You can say that. But here, I would say I'm really overloaded with tomorrow's seminar. In effect, you're overloaded with the preparation, right, of the seminar. Great. Alexander, good to see you. My work was overloaded in big corporations. Yeah, excellent. Great, good example. Let's move on. Number 3, a rush. A rush, it has different meanings really, but basically the main meaning is a situation where you need to move quickly. So there's a rush of people in the street, right? When you have a sale in a shop and people go to the shop, the doors open, there's a rush of people into the shop because they want to buy everything. When you've got Black Friday on the internet, there's a rush of people wanting to buy things. That's that situation where you need to move quickly, or a sudden quick movement, a rush of people, a rush of water, right? There's also that meaning. Similar words with rush is a hurry. So a rush is a hurry. Typically we say to be in a rush. To be in a rush. So I'm in a rush. You're in a rush. In a rush is the chunk you want to memorize. In a rush, right? Don't think of in a rush. Think of in a rush. In a rush. Imagine it's one word, one sound. In a rush. I'm in a rush. She's in a rush. That's how you're going to improve your fluency, is thinking of chunks and sounds rather than individual words, right? In a rush. In a rush. I'm in a rush. She's in a rush. Helps your fluency, right? We also say to be in no rush. I'm in no rush. In no rush. That's a different chunk. In no rush. In no rush. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. You're in no rush. Meaning I'm not in a rush. For example, we are always in a rush in the mornings. I'm in no rush to finish my dinner. Normally, we put an extra stress here, right? To say, I'm in no rush. No rush. I'm in no rush to finish my dinner. I'm taking my time. So rush is a noun. It's one of those singular nouns, right? Although it's a rush, there's no plural. You can't say rushes, no, as a noun. No, it's a singular noun, always a rush. The most common expression, to be in a rush, right? That's the one to remember. I'm in a rush. But to rush is also a verb, right? To do something quickly, to rush. And here, there are many ways we can say. You can say to rush around, to rush about, to rush to somewhere, like a preposition, to rush to work, to rush to school. Do you remember at the very beginning of the class, at the very, very beginning, we said, I rush to work, right? That preposition, I rush to work. I go quickly to work. Or I rush to school. I rush to the shops because there's a sale. So rush to somewhere. But it can also be to rush to do something. I rush to finish my lunch. I rush to finish my work. You can also rush someone or rush something. Like I rush you to finish. My boss is rushing me to finish quickly. Good old boss. You can rush your lunch. Rush something, right? I'm rushing lunch. I'm rushing dinner. Again, remember, start of the class? I rush my lunch. I'm rushing something. I rush my breakfast. Many of you rush to work because you rush your breakfast. or maybe you don't rush your breakfast, and that's the problem. Maybe. Who knows? So some examples. I was rushing around like a chicken. Oh, there's the expression in English. We say a headless chicken. I'm sorry, it's a horrible image, but I was rushing around like a headless chicken. Are we allowed to say that these days? I think so. I had to rush to the shops, right? That's preposition. I had to rush to the shops because they were going to close. Don't rush to finish. Take your time. Don't rush to finish, to rush to do something. Don't rush me, right? Rushing someone or rushing something. Don't rush me. So if your boss is rushing you, you should say, Oi, don't rush me. I want to take my time. You shouldn't rush your homework. That's good. Don't rush your study. Take your time. So all different ways we can use rush. Let's have a look, you guys, what you're saying. Christine, nice to see you. In a rush. Alexander, can we say no? No, you can't. It's a very good question, but no, it's in a rush. Always a singular and always that chunk, right? In a rush. Just remember that chunk. I'm rushing to the exam hall. So let me just help you a bit here. I would say here as a verb, right? Rush to somewhere. So this is the exam hall, right? We said rush to, I rushed into the exam hall. Yeah. Eva, you're talking about the gold rush. Yes. Can I say I'm not in a rush? Yes. Yes. Yes, you can. So here, I'm in no rush means let me write it here. I'll write it here. I'm not in a rush to finish my dinner. It's exactly the same thing. Great question, TK Kaneko. Very good question. I'm not in a rush. Julia, the rush in your skin, it's not rush, that's a rash with an A. It's a different word, right? Hoden and Finnekin, I'm in a rush with deadline this month. Good. Yeah, I'm in a rush with... If it's just one deadline, I would say with a deadline. If it's several, say deadlines. Yeah, it's a good example. I felt a rush of excitement. Great. Very good. I'm in a rush to go to the bus stop. Yes. Yeah, it's a good example. You could say that. Yes. Excellent. Ahmed Mohammed, I suppose to attend a meeting at 11:30, I have to rush to catch up before it ends because I got only 5 minutes. I have to rush to catch up before it ends. Good. Very, very good. Yes. Riding a roller coaster gives me a rush. Yep. Normally, we would say an adrenaline rush or a rush of excitement. But I agree with the context. If we know what you're talking about, we can guess what you're saying, right? Natalia, good example. I rush to the subway, right? It's a particular subway, I assume, that you go to. I rush to the subway, right? Excellent, good. I'm in no rush to decide. Nice, Marcos, very good. Head analytics, very philosophical example. Being in a rush or hurry can damage your decisions. That is true. That is true. To rush to university. Yep, good. Very good, Zara. Rush can be a noun and a verb. Correct. Good summary. Let's move on. We've been rushing around. I'm just going to cover a few other ways of talking about quickly, doing something quickly. We've got positive over here, but we've also got some negative expressions. So you can compare positive and negative. So positive, if you're talking about doing something quickly, and you know, this in today's society, there's a lot of talk about rushing, but there's a lot of talk about being quick, agile, efficient, and it's a positive thing in today's society. I'm not sure that I agree, but that idea that it's positive to do something efficiently, to do it lightning fast is a good idea, right? Lightning fast. Lightning, like in the storm. Lightning fast, like the lightning. You do it lightning fast is very good, right? It's seen as a good thing. Again, I'm not sure I agree, but to do something in a flash is like in a flash, quickly. Again, people say that's positive, right? If your boss says, finish this report, I'll do it in a flash. Oh, good. Your boss will be very happy. I'll do it in a flash. I'll do it lightning fast. These are all positive things. I'll do it in a timely manner, right? It's quick and it's efficient. By the way, agile, if you don't know this word, it means to move quickly, to be flexible. Do you remember in the story, Sam is agile? As a journalist, you have to be agile. You have to move quickly, get the story, find the clues, make the report. So to be agile is, again, it's a positive thing. Likewise, to be productive is a positive thing. You're doing it efficiently. Okay. So all of these are seen as positive. Negative, normally to rush or to rush through, you can say. But to rush something is negative. That's why we say, that's why your mother, our mothers and grandmothers always say, don't rush your lunch. Don't rush your dinner. Don't rush your breakfast. Or my mother and grandmother anyway. My dad doesn't care. Well, whatever you like. Mum and grandmother, don't rush your food. Never rush your food. We were told, right, this is interesting, as children, we were told to chew every mouthful 5 times. So when you chew something, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we were told, chew 5 times. Now, of course, you never do that. But the idea, the message is slow down, right? Enjoy your food. Don't rush your food. And that I agree with 100%. Be mindful when you're eating, right? So negative, to rush through, to hurry something, to do something in a hurry, in a rush. So 2 chunks there. In a rush. Remember? In a rush. In a hurry. In a hurry. In a hurry. In a hurry. It's one sound. In a hurry. Finally, to do things hastily. Hastily is a great word. I love that word. Hastily. Hey, like, hey, hey, how are you? Hey, hastily is too quickly. Somebody earlier mentioned that if you do things in a rush, it damages your decisions. Hastily is doing it too quickly, and therefore the result might be negative, right? If you do your work hastily, the result probably won't be very good. Hey, hastily. Nice. So we've got positive and we've got negative. Let me check in with you. Head analytics. I love your examples. They're really good. Very good. I like it. Elvira, also very nice examples. Yes. We rush through our lunch. Thank you, Mijanor Ahmed. Go ahead. Good job. I assume you're talking to me. I'm in a rush to pack my suitcase for the travel. Oh, Gigi, let me just help you a little bit, because travel is a verb. To travel. I think what you mean is the trip. Okay, just be careful. But lovely example. Thanks for sharing. To make haste. Yes, you can also say to make haste. Make haste while the sun shines, right? Is the expression we have. I'm in a rush to take IELTS. Good. And Angel, being rushed, people tend to become panicked. Good. Is there any word which means quick but suggests in a good way? Yes, all of these are positive in a good way. Yes. Harry, what a great teacher you are, Harry. My lovely students can finish their homework lightning fast. Good. Good. Mary Jane says, I'm in a rush to meet the deadline and I don't want to do it hastily. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Those are nice. Okay, excellent. Good. So, listen, let's move on. Let's do another jingle. Okay, actually, what's coming next because of that is, where are we? I'm looking for this. Yeah, we're going to do, let's do this. Oh, what's happened? Let's do this.
I want some idioms, and I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how.
Let's
How to learn them, how to
guess
remember them.
the
All I
idioms.
know, and I really think so, is that I want some idioms now. I want some idioms.
Are you in a rush for some idioms?
I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how. How to
Thank you so much. Excellent.
all I know, and I really think so, is that I want some idioms now.
Husbands, what are they like? Terrible, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's get some idioms in. Hi, Mohammed. Can you guess the idioms? I'm going to show you a picture and I want you to guess the idiom. Okay, let's move into the first one. Idiom number 1. Just write in the chat what you think the idiom is. Here we go. Brian's in a rush to join the lesson. What's going on here? What's the idiom? Write in the chat what you think. Asteroid, you're right about travels as a plural noun, yes, but not as a singular noun, not a countable noun. Some good guesses. Some very good guesses, and you've got the words but not quite the right order. I'm going to stop right there. Helene, congratulations. Rushed off her feet. Spot on, Helene. Very, very, very good. That's number 1, right? Let me just bring you in here. Let me take it off. Here we go. To be rushed off your feet. Rushed off her feet in the picture. Yeah. Meaning extremely busy or overwhelmed with tasks. For example, I was rushed off my feet preparing for the presentation yesterday. Okay. You remember in the story about Samantha, she was rushed off her feet. Do you remember that we were looking at earlier on? Samantha, the journalist. Because of this, Sam was rushed off her feet. So it's rushed off and then the pronoun there. Rushed off your feet. So this will change. I am rushed off my feet. I was rushed off my feet. You are rushed off your feet. And as Helene said in the picture, she was rushed off. She is or was rushed off her feet. Okay, well done. Nice. Any other itchy feet? Interesting. Itchy feet means you like traveling. So if you've got itchy feet, it means you like to travel and go and visit different places, or you want to visit different places. Okay, excellent. Number 2. Are you ready? Here we go. Idiom number 2. What is this one? Very nice, Angel. Interesting. Muhammad Ali, stay positive, stay strong. We're all here with you. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find somebody who got exactly the right wording. We're all very, very, very close. Oh, come on. Here we go. Anthony, thank you. To be snowed under. Yeah, that's it. To be snowed under. So let me just bring you back over here. Da-dum, 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 dun, dun. Going all over the place. To be snowed under. Meaning here, having too much work to deal with. Very often we say to be snowed under with something. I'm snowed under with emails. The idea, of course, that the email, Anthony, just let me take you off. The snow is the thing that there's too much of. So the snow can be the work, the emails, the pressure, the assignments. That's the snow. I'm snowed under. It's too much. Somebody said up to my neck in work. Yes, same thing, right? I'm snowed under. You can just say, the easiest way to use this is just to say, I'm snowed under, right? I'm too busy. I'm snowed under. Snowed under. Typically, it's snowed with an ED. So typically, when you hear this, it'll be connected, right? Snowed under. I'm snowed under. What I was saying earlier about linking sounds, snowed under, snowed under. You don't have to say that, but when you're listening, you're going to hear snowed under. I'm snowed under. I'm snowed under. But you can also add, of course, I'm snowed under with emails. I haven't even had lunch yet. Notice that both of these is to be. So this is really an adjective phrase. I am something. Yeah. You must say I am. You cannot say, let me do a big no, because I noticed in the comments a few people say, I rushed off my feet. No, you can't say I rushed off my feet. No, I am. Yes, I am rushed off my feet, right? You can say that, I am rushed off my feet. So it must be with am. It must be to be. The same here. It's not I snow under. I am snowed under. I am, or you are snowed under. You can also say to be swamped is a similar expression that I think we had in the story, right? She was swamped. Sam was swamped. Similar idiom. Similar idiot? Similar idiom. Idiot. To be swamped. We had... He's snowed under with his girlfriend. I don't know that. Snowed under the weather. No, just snowed under... Let me see. Right, Chikia, I tend to be snowed under and rushed off my feet when I work. Good, good. I was snowed under with my final exam. Yes, good. Swamped with, to be swamped with, rather than by, I think it depends on the context, but most of the time, Samira, I would say swamped with work, swamped with emails. The swamp is like it's like a lake getting too high. To be snowed under with something. I was snowed under with a lot of assignments. Exactly. Perfect. Joy says, I'm snow. Just be careful, Joy. Again, snow or snowed. Snowed under. Remember the dunder. Snowed under. I'm snowed under with creating different contents for one product. Yeah, you can say that as well. Yes, exactly. Right, Mary Jane, you're almost there. Very good. Let me help you. So I'm snowed under with, so you need that with a pile of unread books. Me too. I have about 5. I'm snowed under with a pile of unread books. That's it, right? Excellent. We were snowed under with our IELTS exams. Yes. I was snowed under with college works. Yeah. Okay. College tasks. College. Yep. Okay. Good. Let's stay on track, Keith. Number 3. Let's try idiom number 3. Can you guess this one? Okay, nice. I'll stop with Natalia. Good to see you, Natalia. To have a lot on your plate. That's the one here. There's a lot of other expressions you're sharing, which I'll look at in a moment. But let me switch to this one. To have a lot on your plate. Yes, so it's to have a lot on your plate, my plate, his plate. So, you know, this, the possessive pronoun can change. Have many responsibilities or tasks to manage. Okay, these are all very similar, right? You can see rushed off your feet, snowed under, have a lot on your plate, to be swamped. They all mean the same thing, really. Between work, kids, and studying, I've got a lot on my plate. Okay, exactly. Now, some of you had some great. I mean, these are all about. These are ones that are about rushing. To wolf down is to eat very quickly. That's very, very good. We also had pig out, to pig, or pigs out, to pig out, to eat a lot, kind of quickly, but not exactly the same. Tuck in is good, but that's not really about speed or being busy, but it's a good expression, yes. Okay, so to have a lot on your plate, it's not literal, it's idiomatic, right? Having a lot of work. I've just added swamped as kind of number 4 here, right? She's swamped with client meetings all week. Right, excellent, good. Fork out, Pradeep, you've mentioned fork out. Fork out means to spend a lot of money. It's good, but it's not about busy or speed. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, Therese, you're right. When I rush to eat, I wolf down my food. I wolf down, yes. Mina, you're right. Yes. Hey, Mina, nice to see you again. He's overloaded with food. Yeah, exactly. It's good. Yes. Take as much as you can digest. Words of wisdom. Very good, Sashko. I like that. Yes. Take as much as you can digest. We have that expression in English that your eyes are bigger than your stomach, right? Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Okay. Great. Asher says, I've got a lot on my plate with my job. Great example. Good. Excellent. Now then, good. Let me switch. I'm going to switch over here and take this off if I can take that off. Take this off. Take Natalia off. Let's bring us back. Okay, we've been looking at idioms. Quite a few idioms there. Let's move on to this. A model answer.
Almost run out of time to finish it.
Stop. Stop.
This was when I was
I can't shut him up. Okay, we're going to do a IELTS speaking sample answer on this topic. This is the one. So I want you to watch the answer to this question. Okay. Describe a time you had to finish something quickly. Yeah, say what it was, when it was, why you had to do it quickly. So, also, let me just take this off. As you watch, I want you to answer these questions, okay? What did he have to finish quickly? And number 2, did he sacrifice quality for speed? Okay, so as you watch the answer, think about these questions. What did he have to finish quickly? And did he sacrifice quality for speed? Meaning, did he do it quickly, but the result was bad? Basically, okay. Right, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to watch this. Liliana, thank you for your comment. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Just give me a quick thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's watch. So you're going to watch describe a time you had to finish something quickly. And the questions are, what did he have to finish quickly? And 2, did he sacrifice quality for speed? Here we go. Let me bring us across and do it now. Here we go. Well, there was this one time when I had to do an assignment. I had to hand in an assignment and I'd almost run out of time to finish it. So I had to really get it done quite quickly. This was when I was working full-time and I was doing a master's degree part-time. So I was balancing work with study. And not only was I swamped under with work, but also had to meet the submission deadline for this assignment. And it was a really important assignment because it counted towards the final grade of the whole degree. So what did I do? Well, I just made a plan for the whole week coming up to the deadline. I remember going out every evening and sitting in a coffee bar and studying. I basically pulled out all the stops to make sure I had the time to do it. I was literally burning the candle at both ends. It was a bit of a strain on myself and my family, but in the end, yeah, I pulled it off. I managed to do the assignment effectively, and I did a good job. And although I was rushing a bit, I managed to keep it, a good level of quality. And in the end, I got the grade that I wanted. So yes, I was pleased with that. Yeah. I'm pleased that you were pleased. Okay, so just coming back, the questions were, what did he have to finish quickly? Did he sacrifice quality for speed? Let's have a look. Julia, you're rushing ahead to the next activity. Tetiana says assignment. Harry says handing in assignments. Good. English with Fatima and Zukra, assignment. Daniela says assignment, he did a good job. Okay, yes. Lily, yes, an assignment. Yeah, exactly. So the answers are an assignment, well, a university assignment, basically. And did he sacrifice quality for speed? No, he didn't sacrifice quality for speed. If you remember, he says, well, although I rushed, I did a good job, right? I kept the quality high. Okay, great. We're going to watch again. And this time, what I'd like you to do is note any interesting collocations, okay? So let's watch again and just make a note in the chat, any interesting collocations. Remember, a collocation is 2 words or 3 words that typically go together, right? Like university assignment or meet a deadline. Those are kind of collocations. Or any useful phrases that you think we should be noting here. All right, let's do it. Let's jump straight in and go in and watch again for this. Make a note of any interesting phrases or collocations. I'll put some subtitles on just to help you a little bit, like magic. It's amazing what we can do with AI. Subtitles, here we go. Well, there was this one time when I had to do an assignment. I had to hand in an assignment and I'd almost run out of time to finish it. So I had to really get it done quite quickly. This was when I was working full time and I was doing a master's degree part time. So I was balancing work with study. And not only was I swamped under with work, but also had to meet the submission deadline for this assignment. And it was a really important assignment because it counted towards the final grade of the whole degree. So what did I do? Well, I just made a plan for the whole week coming up to the deadline. I remember going out every evening and sitting in a coffee bar and studying. I basically pulled out all the stops to make sure I had the time to do it. I was literally burning the candle at both ends. It was a bit of a strain on myself and my family, but in the end, yeah, I pulled it off. I managed to do the assignment effectively, and I did a good job. And although I was rushing a bit, I managed to keep it, a good level of quality. And in the end, I got the grade that I wanted. So yes, I was pleased with that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Gosh, lots of expressions there. Actually, lots and lots and lots. Let's have a look. Okay. Good. Yep. Balancing work with studies. Hand in, meet the deadline, final grade. All of these are great collocations. Made a plan, yes. Pulled out, Sajina. Yes, actually the expression was this one. Pulled out all the stops. Yes, pull out. I had to balance X and Y. Great. Well spotted. Well done. That's good. Working full time. Good. Bit of a strain. Yep. And Harry has got all of these. Hand in an assignment quite quickly. Swamped under with work. Yeah, there's a mistake. I made a mistake there. I'll explain in a moment, actually. Pull it off. Good. In the end. Burning the candle. Now, the whole expression is, has anybody got the whole expression? Ah, okay. It's a longer expression. I'll have a look in a moment. Run out of time, submission deadline. Pleased with that. Yeah, great. All of these are great. Very, very good. Let's have a look together. Let's bring up the script. Describe a time you had to finish something quickly. Okay, well, there was this one time when I had to do an assignment. So do an assignment, absolutely. Do an assignment, right? Not make, but do. This is an interesting expression you can use when you, because, right, IELTS part 2, there's always describe a time when, right? And very typically in natural spoken English, you can say, well, once, but we often say, there was this one time when. So whenever you're beginning a story or an anecdote, to describe a time when you were busy, describe a time when you missed the plane. Oh, there was this one time when. It's a really nice, natural way to begin your anecdote or your story. There was this one time when, Okay. Hand in, great. I think Harry had that one a few times, being a teacher, well spotted. To hand in is to give or submit something, very often homework, this case an assignment. Run out of time is to have no time left, right? To run out of time. Have no time left. So I had to get it done quickly, quite quickly. Interesting. I was thinking get it done, right? To do something, we can say to get it done. I had to do it. So again, instead of saying I had to do my homework, I had to get my homework done. Get it done is normally with something where there's an external pressure to do it. Somebody is telling you to do it, usually. So like your homework, your work, your tasks, you must get it done. I must get it done. Rather than I must do it, get it done, it's normally for another person. There's this pressure. So when you're talking about work and study, you can use this, right? More natural, maybe. I must get it done. I had to get it done. Let's get it done. What was it? Boris Johnson, back in the days of Brexit. Do you remember? Get Brexit done. Boris Johnson was out there just saying, let's get it done. Brexit. Ah, bloody hell. What a terrible idea. But I'm not here to talk politics. Right, get it done. Let's move on. This is when I was working full-time. Well done. You spotted that, working full-time. Doing a master's degree, you could say. Balancing A with B. Balancing X with Y. Balancing work with study. Balancing children with study. Balancing, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. I was swamped with work. Yeah, so I made a mistake, right? I made a mistake. I mixed two expressions. I was mixing snowed under and swamped with. And I ended up saying I swamped under with. I was swamped under with is not correct English. I'm so sorry, right? I'm so sorry. I realized later it was a mistake. It should be so not only, it's an inversion, right? Not only was I swamped with work. It should be swamped with work. So that inversion is nice grammatical chunk. Not only, and then invert. Was I swamped with work? Or snowed under, right? Or you change this, right? So my apologies. There's a mistake there. Meet the submission deadline, right? Meet the deadline. I think you know. Count towards the final grade. So you picked up on the final grade, right? But also count towards. So this assignment counts towards the final grade. This exam counts towards the final grade. This class counts towards your final certificate. It doesn't, but it's an example. Make a plan. A few of you said, yeah, that's good. Make a plan. Not do, but make a plan. Normally, do is an activity. Make is when you build something. So when there's something at the end of it, like a physical plan, you make a plan, right? Pull out all the stops. What a great expression. It's a nice idiom. It means to do everything possible to succeed. To pull out all the stops. The way to remember this is imagine there's lots of stop signs saying stop, 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 stop. And if you pull out the stops, you can go forward and you can do everything possible to succeed and to do it. That's not the original meaning. The original meaning is to do with playing the organ. Strange, I know. But if you imagine the stop signs and you pull out the stops, you can go forward, right? So that idea, pull out all the stops, is to do everything possible to succeed. You guys are pulling out all the stops to succeed in IELTS. If you are watching me today and you've been watching me for an hour and a half, that's a long time, then, well done. You are pulling out all the stops to prepare for IELTS or to learn English. I know many of you are not preparing for IELTS. The other expression was this one. You got burn the candle, but actually the expression is this. Burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends. You must have the whole expression. And it means working a lot from early in the morning. No, from late at night to early in the morning. Excuse me. From late at night to early in the morning. So you're burning the candle at both ends. So at late at night, in the old days, many, many years ago, just imagine, that's a candle. You burn the candle at night and you work through the night, the candle goes down, and in the morning, the candle is burnt at the top and it's burnt at the bottom. It's finished. You've burnt the candle at both ends. You've studied all through the night to the morning, or working from night until morning. That is to burn the candle at both ends, because the candle goes down. Probably takes 7 hours to burn a candle all through the night. So to work or study through the night is to burn the candle at both ends. A lot of you mentioned burn the midnight oil. It's the same idea, right? Similar expression. It was a bit of a strain on, was a pressure on. It was pressure on me, but in the end I pulled it off. To pull it off is to succeed. I succeeded. I pulled it off. I did it. Yes, that was it. Those were the main collocations and expressions. I don't want to do every word. I realize it's a lot of vocabulary, but there's a lot. Let me check in with you guys. Any questions? Yeah, to burn the midnight oil, exactly similar. I was pleased with that. I was pleased with something. I was pleased with, yeah, I was happy with. Burn the candle on both sides. No. It's the end, because that's the end. That's the end. That's the side. So you don't burn the sides. You burn the candle at both ends. Samira, great question. Really good. Yes, I love those kind of questions. Not burning the midnight candle. No, we don't say that. You're mixing idioms. Like me, I know. It should be burning the midnight oil. Burning the midnight oil. That's the expression, right? Which means burning the candle at both ends. Yes, really. Yes. Any other questions? Any other quick questions coming up? Asteroid. Get it done is a higher level than had to do it. No, it's more. It's not higher level. It's just that idea of a kind of an external pressure. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's higher. Not necessarily. Aren't inversions too formal for a speaking test? No. I mean, to some extent, you're right. Inversions tend to be in written English, but you can use them speaking. And there was a great example, right? Not only did this happen, but that happened. Don't use a lot of inversions because it is more written English, but you certainly can use some. Yes. Yeah. It's not black and white, right? Okay. Harry, burn the midnight oil. Yes, as we've mentioned. Work around the clock is a good one, Harry. Similar expression. Yep. Working like a donkey. Like a donkey. Yes, similar thing. Brian says there's the same expression in Chinese. Okay. Oh, ending in the middle. Interesting. Okay, excellent. Good. So let's see where we are. Where are we? We've been looking at being busy, right? We've been looking at being busy. We have so far. We've not finished, but we've done. In fact, we've not finished. So why am I doing this? Keith, what are you doing? Let's do the next activity. Duh. Next activity is Kahoot. We're going to play a game of Kahoot to finish, to review some of the vocabulary we've been looking at here today. Let me set this up. If you're new here, what you need to do is keep watching me, but on your phone, right, or on a different tab, go to kahoot.it and enter. I'll give you a PIN number, and you put your name and a PIN, and then we're going to play the game together. Okay. So let me just find my library. Busy host live. Come with me. Come and have a look what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to carry on this same island. I should add a new island, but I don't know how to do it. Never mind. So we're going to play here, classic mode. Get ready to join. So you need to go to kahoot.it, put in the PIN 1606331 with your name, or you can make up a name. Yep, Burns is. Thank you very much. We'll share the URL with you. Asudi Usal, lovely to see you. You're new here. So if you go to kahoot.it, you can put in your name here. You can make up a name if you like, and just use the PIN, and you're in. Burns, could you share the PIN as well in the chat? That would be great. Awesome, thank you. Schedule is British. Schedule is American. Little Masters. Great. I'll just give you a few seconds to get logged in. Okay, burn the midnight. Great. If you can't get in, sush, great. For those of you, if you can't get in, then you can just put your answer in the chat as well, but your name won't appear at the end, but don't worry. It's not about winning, It's about competing. Ooh, Brian the Brick. I don't know how to do that. I'll investigate that for next time. All right, let's do it. Let's start. Time is of the essence. Show questions. Yeah, I'll find that out next time. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Let's begin. Busy. I'll read the question. Work is so busy, I'm rushed off my blank. Is it toes, foot, feet, or legs? So you just choose the right answer, right? The color. Work is so busy, I am rushed off my blank. Toes, foot, feet, or legs? Got it, Brian. I'll check that out next time. Whoa, 23 got it right. Feet. I am rushed off my feet. Yes, definitely. It's the plural. Feet. Water. Because you've got 2 feet, you're rushed off your feet. Yeah, not toes, not foot, not hands. Definitely feet. Not legs. Okay, well done. Let's check the scoreboard. Cute, cute at the top. Marina and headless like the chicken is number 3. Let's do question number 2. I have a blank study schedule this term. Fast, hurry, hectic, rush. Which one is it? I have a blank study schedule this term. Fast, hurry, hectic, or rush? Yeah, schedule is the American pronunciation, but I sometimes use that. But British people tend to say schedule. Well done. Wow, 31 of you got it right. Hectic, a hectic study schedule. You can't say a fast schedule, no. A hurry schedule, no. Possibly a hurried with an ED, hurried schedule, possibly, but hurry, no. Rush, no. Again, a rushed schedule with an ED, maybe, but not rush. So here, the only answer is hectic, right? Of course, hectic meaning very busy, right? Very busy schedule. A hectic study schedule. Okay, let's see the board. Cute is no longer at the top. Headless moves in to number 1. Pull it off. Well done. 2nd place. And Sid is in 3rd. Great. Mip Vien, you're the highest climber. Let's move on to question 3. Take your time. Don't do it blank a rush. On, at, under, in. Take your time. Don't do it blank a rush. On, at, under, or in. Answers coming in. Let's see. Ah, lovely. Don't do it in a rush, right? Remember, we talked about that chunk. In a rush, one sound, in a rush. Don't do it in a rush. Take your time. It has to be in. The others don't work, right? On, at, no. Under pressure, but not under rush. In a rush. Under pressure, in a rush. Lovely. Let's see how we're doing. Ooh, the top 3, you're still up there. Brian is chomping at the bit, and Julia is very, very close in 5th place. And Malika, you're climbing high. Will it be soon enough? We're on the last question. I can't take a break. I've got too much on my legs, plate, spoon, swamp. I can't take a break. I've got too much on my blank. Legs, plate, spoon, or swamp. Well done, Samira and Fayezev. Plate is the answer. Oh, very good answers. So many of you got the right one there. Well done. Yeah, too much on your plate. Legs and swamp, definitely not. Not for this one. Right, let's have a look at the podium. Are you ready? Sure you're ready? The suspense is killing me. Mosen, take care with your driving. Third place, Sid, well done. Pull it off, well done. And that means headless. Congratulations, well done, all of you. Oh, it's doing it again? Why is it doing it again? Replay. Well, we know. And there's the rest of you, Brian and Julia. Excellent. Well done. And look at all of you there. Oh, so funny. So funny. Let's claim rewards. I think this is where we get the results. Correct answers. 40%. Solid effort. Whoa. 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 We're on Island 5. Guys, I've no idea what that means, but it looks very exciting. I was getting an adrenaline rush just watching it. Kahootopia. If you like Kahoot, go and check it out. You can go and play some games on the public forum there. Oh, excellent. Very, very good. So, we've been doing a lot here. Let's have a quick recap of what we've been doing today. We've been very, very busy. We've been snowed under with English. So we've been looking at, well, a listening activity. Remember, we listened to chapter 1. We did chapter 1 of the story about Sam. Chapter 2 of that story is in the PDF. So you can get that shortly. We've been doing vocabulary, discovering by the vocabulary in there and looking at all of that. We've had idioms like this one, a lot to have a lot on your plate, and other idioms we've looked at. We did the model answer about something we did quickly, and we've been playing Kahoot. Wow. And that brings us towards the end. What else? Next public live lesson will be July the 2nd. July the 2nd, okay? That's in a month's time. So this live lesson, I mean, just to let you know, right? This live lesson is a shorter version of the live lessons I do in the Gold course, where now there's access to recordings. There's over 70 different IELTS speaking topics in the live lesson library. The goal today is to give you a lesson to learn the language so you can use it. And it's using this system, right? The speaking success system. Discover the language, practice and review. So we have discovered the language today. Now what you need is to download the PDF and go and practice and review all of the language. You can get the PDF. I'll show you, right? It's on the website, the Keith Speaking Academy. If you remember where that is, the keithspeakingacademy.com. Let me show you over here, just before you disappear. The keithspeakingacademy.com. It's over here. Over here. If you come into this area, the free lessons area, in a few hours, I'll update this. We'll put in the new one here. This was last month, and you'll be able to download the PDF. I do ask you to just put in your name and your email. The email is just, it puts you on a mailing list to send you more resources and tips for preparing IELTS and learning English generally. You can unsubscribe at any time. And I do spend quite a bit of time on the emails to make them quality and very useful for you. So that's why I asked for your email address there. So that's it on the website. If you're interested in the courses I have, we have different courses and different bundles here. The gold course is the main course that I do. The gold course includes it includes the exam strategy course, the self-study course, and lots of interactive activities. There's the speaking practice rooms, there's the live lessons that I mentioned. You can learn more if you click here. You can find out more about the gold course. It'll tell you all the information that you've got inside there, all the different activities, the different courses, what you get, and why it works for you or how it can help you. Okay, if you are interested, just press the red button. You can pay. There are payment plans now. You can do 2 monthly payments or even 3 monthly payments, or just pay all in one go. And when you go in there, it takes you straight to the checkout page, and you just put in your information and you're away, and that's it. Okay. There we have it. That's it for today. Let me see if you guys have any questions before we finish up. What would this interview score? I'm not sure which interview you mean. What's the time? 10 o'clock for the YouTube thingamajigs. The YouTube live lessons are at 10 o'clock. Yes, good question. Julia says, Keith, you're the greatest of all time. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Daniela says, what a pleasure to follow your lessons. Thank you. Daniela says, next week, look forward to seeing you next week. That's because Daniela is on the gold course. And that's the thing. The gold course, we have more gold live lessons as well. So if you do want to join the gold course, you will be able to join me next week, because the next gold live lessons are on the 12th of June. That's next Thursday at 12 o'clock. And the Thursday after, the 19th of June at 12 o'clock. So we have more live lessons, as well as a library of 70 live lessons. It's a lot, but it's great. If you're preparing for IELTS, it's everything you could possibly desire, as well as the speaking practice rooms. So if you're interested in the gold bundle, go and check it out on the website. That's it for today. Listen, thank you so much, all of you, for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. As always, I will see you next week, if you're on the gold course. I'm going to leave you with a song today, and it's a song from the idioms course. The 150 idioms course is another course, but it has lots of songs on there. So let me leave you with this one. It's called Out in the Sticks. Out in the Sticks. Out in the Sticks means out in the countryside. If you live far from the city, you can say, I live out in the sticks. The stick is like the tree, the branch of the tree. So if you're in the tree, like you're in the countryside, right? So you can say, I live in the countryside, or I live out in the sticks, meaning far away from the city. Anyway, there's a song all about it. Let's leave you with that.
Left the city, got off the beaten track. Traded noisy streets for the trees out back.
Helen, I've changed it to Wednesday. It's the 2nd.
From the concrete jungle. Found peace in the woods where all is home.
Thank you.
Out in the sticks where the world stands still. The forests are home and the air so chill. Change buildings for trees.
See you there, Mio.
Found a whole new world out in the sticks.
Oh. Thanks, Luigi.
The lake was close, just a stone's throw away. We swam and we laughed, we enjoyed the day. By the bonfire
Good idea,
glow
Brian.
under a starlit sky, we shared our dreams as the sparks rose high. Out in the sticks, where the world stands still. The forest our home and the air so chill. Change buildings for trees and the noise we
Take your time.
found a home in the world. Out in the sticks. For city kids it was a little strange, trading hustle for a
My
slower
pleasure.
range. But every moment we
Bye,
loved
Asude.
it more. Nature's embrace, a life to explore. Out in the sticks, where the world stands still. The forest our home.
Hey, nice to see you in Dallas.
Change buildings for trees and the noise we did miss. Found a home.
Thanks, Luigi. Good luck, Majda. You'll be great.
For city kids it was a little strange, trading hustle for a slower range. But every moment we loved it more.
Are you from Manchester, Alexandra?
A life to explore. Out in the sticks, where the world stands still. The forest our home and the air so chill.
Welcome, Pokemon.
Change buildings for trees and
See you then.
found a home in the world. Out in the sticks.
Thank you. You're very, very welcome, all of you. Thank you so much. Take care, all of you, and we'll see you next time. All the best now. Bye-bye.